Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to this week's episode of Tuesday Preppers, where we take a look at the in-game news for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, see what kinds of content is coming out, and then get ready by looking at killers and abilities and equipment and things that we can equip that are going to help us to kind of gear up for those challenges, killers being the main emphasis because that's an important part of the damage formula, especially as fights get more and more complex with 2 and 3 race enemies. And this week, you know, we've had a couple of weeks that have been kind of slow. This week is like they're trying to make up for all the missing time. We've actually got a ton of content going on. And so we're gonna just dive right into it. And I will say that there are so many types of killers this week that we need that I'm not gonna do a specific clear to show you how to get ready for any specific one, but we will talk a little bit about all the things that are coming so that you can kind of get ready for it. And just to give you a kind of an indication of like just how much there is, like take a look at the news. 12 notifications, right? And I've already cleared one of them, which was 13. So yeah, in addition to like the new unit that's coming out, we've got a bunch of new content. So without further ado, here is the first one. The first one is to hunt Lassie. I've never played Final Fantasy 13, so I don't know if it's Lassie or Lassie. Lassie, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Lassie. But to hunt Lassie is a Final Fantasy 13 box summon event. So you're gonna take your bonus units, farm up the currency, and then summon from the box, right? It is against a machine enemy, the Orion. It has no resistances. It is 50% weak to thunder, wind, and earth, which is useful for Final Fantasy 13 units. They want you to reach up to 95,000 event points to get all the rewards and stuff. As far as the gear, attack plus 10 morale talisman, it boosts your attack every turn, auto bravery. We have better ways to get this, but this is, you know, auto bravery on an accessory. The Eagle Talon is an old weapon we've already gotten before. Yay. Not even that good. Blaze Fire Saber, we've also gotten this before. It's a one-handed lightning elemental sword. Not that great stats on it, but you know, these are old rerun items, and I don't get why they keep rerunning these items without upgrading them, but here we are, you know. So we're gonna need a machine killer for this one against the Orion. Technically, if you want to be specific, you also want demon killer, but there's another demon trial coming out, so I'm not gonna get too crazy about it. But yeah, bring your Final Fantasy 13 units, farm up currency, and get it done. That way you can get all the goodies there and all the completion rewards. So first and foremost, we need machine killer. Now the next one we have is a warrior who once protected Grand Shelt. For veteran players, you know, you've already gotten Golden Riser before, and then, you know, you can apparently get another one, you know, or if you've never played this event and you want to get Golden Riser, here you go. So he is an attacker unit and a buffer. He's an SLB unit, and used to be able to do some pretty nutty things with like counter strategies and stuff like that, but you know, yeah. He's also a bonds category unit, and there's a mission here to defeat the enemy with bonds category units. So you want to make sure you have that. You also get to farm bonus fragments using bonds units, so that's cool. But it is against the King Golden Bomb. It's like not that difficult, you know, probably. But he is 50% resistant to fire and has no weaknesses. So just don't bring fire and you should be able to blow up this demon enemy. This is the one I was talking about, you know, so, you know, we've got a machine and we've got demons. Cool. Get yourself a Golden Riser if you've never gotten one before. Otherwise, you know, you can probably skip it. You know, veteran players probably have EX3 Golden Riser already. There you go. Really hope you didn't use your Lapis replica to get a Golden Riser, because now they're giving you one for free. Like that's kind of unfortunate. Anyways, the third one is the Troubled Strategist. Now this one is kind of nestled underneath the third entry here, the Hidden Chamber of Arms and Chamber of Arms Troubled Strategist. So we're gonna scroll all the way down, There we go. And this is down here. A new highly difficult quest will be added to the Chamber of Arms, the Troubled Strategist. This is going to be against like an EX stage, a third difficulty for Sheraton. Sheraton is a plant human enemy that is resistant heavily to earth and dark attacks with no weaknesses. You can kind of bring whatever team you want, just don't bring earth and dark damage. And then you can take out Sheraton. Now the new staff is actually kind of nice. It's a two-handed light elemental weapon. 33 attack, 211 magic, which is kind of high, and then 183 spirit, and pretty cool. It's the Holy Wand of Vengeance, and allows you to cast holy and double white magic. So just kind of a nice utility item. I do like these. And it also, for Sheraton only, which is, you know, the new unit that you get for doing all this stuff, it boosts magic and spirit by 500. Here's Sheraton here. Not terribly exciting, but does have a really cool STMR with 100% insect killer on it, which, you know, here at this channel, we're going to love, because it has 100% to a killer, which is an uncommon killer at that. So make sure you grab Sheraton as soon as you can. And you're going to need a human implant killer to beat Sheraton, the enemy. Now, that is not the only thing we have going on here. Also nestled in here is the newest Chamber of Arms content, the Hidden Chamber of Arms, against the Wicked Queen Bialkia. And here she is, you know, looking glorious. I love the sprite of this enemy. This is fantastically designed, like a sprite. I think she looks beautiful. And she is a demon human insect with no resistances and is weak 20% to light. So light element team's probably your best bet. She is able to be hit with all the breaks you want, but, you know, be warned, this is like super in-game content that does tons and tons of really horrible stuff. Yeah, probably gonna be pretty challenging. There's multiple difficulties, multiple quests to get all the upgrade fragments for the Sheraton unit, including just beating her to get Sheraton in the first place as a unit. But you'll need demon, human, and insect for this one. So if you've been paying attention so far, we need machine, demon, human, plant, and insect, right? So 5 killers already, and we've only talked about 4 pieces of content, which is kind of crazy. We're not done, okay? So we're definitely gonna go after that too. And then the next one, how much more can there be, is the Raptors Sky Dais. Now, the Raptors Sky Dais is where you're going to get the new Garuda Esper. You can see Garuda here, looking awesome. It's a fight against Garuda, as all Esper fights are. Garuda is a bird enemy, so we need Avian killer. Garuda is an interesting boss that has 225 resistance to all elements and 50% non-elemental damage resistance. So pretty much no inherent weakness. You have to make it as weak as possible if you're going to fight the actual way. You can use all the breaks you want. Yeah, new Esper. Who's excited about that? Me! Utility stuff, right? So we need Bird Killer if you're going to fight the real way to get Garuda. In order to even unlock this in the first place, it tells you that you have to do this other stuff, which includes just lots of other things. Okay, so just follow these steps. Very cool. Another thing that you can do that they're giving us is the Sealed Tower, and that is also kind of nestled in this news pane. So Sealed Tower, you have to clear chapter 1 of season 4 to get the new exploration. It's kind of an advanced quest, and it has tons and tons of bosses. So it has sub bosses that are Aquatic, Beast, Insect, Reaper, Demon, Plant, and Machine. So when you combine that with all the other killers that we need, you can tell we have a lot that we need to gear up for this week, which is why, like I said, we're not going to go over a trial, but we are going to talk about where you can get killers for each of these types of races. Okay, now the final boss of the Sealed Tower is a machine, has no inherent weaknesses or resistances, which is kind of nice. You can take whatever team you want, as long as it meets the certain criteria of being season 4 units. So that's kind of limiting and awkward. Hopefully you have the season 4 units, but it does get you upgrade crowns for Van Harma, Nilika, abilities for Tulian. It gives you lots of good stuff. Okay, so make sure you go in and do this, even if you once you have the units, this might be locked out for some players for a while, just by virtue of not having those units. But cool, lots of good stuff here, and upgrades for Van Harma's armor, upgrades for Nilika's fists. Hopefully you've got 2 of these because it becomes one-handed, and yeah, pretty cool. Very good. And that's all the content. So if you were keeping score, machine, demon, human, plant, insect, avian, aquatic, beast, and reaper. So we need 9 different killers this week for all the stuff. And you don't have to do all this stuff in one. Like, some stuff is going to be time limited, some is not. So like, to hunt, let's see. The Warrior Protected Grand Shield is sort of time limited, but everything else is like not. So like to hunt, let's see, is gonna be time limited for just 2 weeks. Warrior Protected Grand Shield is open for 2 weeks and then put in the Chamber of Seals, and everything else is gonna be like permanent content in the game. So you can definitely take your time and like go after it. So in that sense, I guess like if you really want to just focus down what you need for this week only, getting Machine Killer, kind of a big deal. We've talked about how to get Machine Killer a lot, and we're going to do that right now. So here goes. So Machine Killer, you know, you can go after the Dullahan advanced version as usual to get Machine Eater sense. You could get Anti-Armor Tactics from Cal, Raging Tempest from Tyvis, Mechanic for the Royal Family from Cindy, Valued Memories, Vortex of the Past and Hatred, Last Guardian, Master of Machinery, Storm Bunny Jacket, Battle Intelligence, Olive's Journal, Skeggold, lots and lots of Machine Killer. Machine is so common these days that most players shouldn't have too difficult of a time farming this up. In addition to that, you know, going after Death Machine itself and getting the recipe for Machine Killer Plus to kind of farm up your own. For a lot of players, Death Machine could pose a challenge depending on what units you have. Definitely not one you just grab a strong friend in one shot. So there you go, Machine Killer. But that's not all. As always, you know, Demon is here every week. You know, Crucifying Coercion from a trial reward is really, really good, as is Demon Killer Plus, Demon Eater Sense, Mask of Ashura, Force Mysterian, Shinsuru Yukin, Demon Killer. Tons and tons of ways to get Demon Killer. Not too difficult at all. Definitely pick those up. But we also have Human, which is like always here. So cross Aigayan Arm, Mask of Ashura again, Man-Eater Sense, go into the Chamber of Arms anyway, so go ahead and get Elnath. You know, Guy's Belt, always a good one. Weapon Specialist from Wild Rose Furion. Tons and tons of options for Human Killer. So not too important to focus on, but we've got some rare ones this week, like Plant. So you could get Plant Killer Plus from Scorn of the Antinola. You could get the Sage of Thunder Vestments from Sage of Thunder Sakura, Scanning Goggles from Eileen, Bart's Blade from Bart's, Adept Double-Edged Spear from Berserka. You could also go into, I believe, I don't have it on this list for some reason. You could go into the 12 types takedown, and you could get the 12 types, you know, killers that you have in the Vortex. So you could go into Nemesis, 12 types takedown, and you would kill Belphegor. So you kill Belphegor to get Plant Eater Sense, and then once you have Plant Eater Sense, you could try and go and beat Rafflesia, who is kind of a challenging one depending on what you're bringing, what element. Yeah, we've done it before. So Rafflesia and Belphegor, definitely ones to go after here if you want to get Plant Killer, and that should be useful to you. But that's not all. We also have Insect, and as I mentioned before, Insect is going to be an uncommon one. You would kill Death Machine Advance to get the Insect Eater Sense, Insect Buster from Scorn of the Demon Chimera, Bug Killer Plus from Scorn of the Marching Beasts, or by beating Gloomwing itself. Gloomwing, by comparison, pretty easy, right? Death Machine, kind of difficult. But the good news is we are also getting 100% STMR for Insect Killer from Sheraton. So if you can beat Sheraton, or if you can beat the easy version of Wicked Queen Byakuya, you can get Sheraton's STMR, which is kind of nice. And then you could also get like Bug Killer, Killer Bow Plus, Scanning Goggles, Purple and Black Battle Attire from Neovision's Laswell. Lots and lots of good Insect Killer options. Okay, but we're still not done. We need Bird Killer. Bird Killer coming out for Garuda. Bird Killer, here we go. You can get Avian Eater Sense from Scorn of the Genies, one of the, it's an easy trial at this point, even the advanced version. Archeo Avis, Bird Killer Plus, Bird Killer from Archeo Avis, the recipes as well. And then Sniper, Wild Weapon Specialist from Wild Rose Furion, kind of rare Bird Killer. So, kind of nice that we're getting another Esper that has it. But you could also just level up your Ashura, you could level up your Tetrasylphid, and then get your Bird Killer from Espers as well. Okay, so Espers, Bird Killer, very important. But we also have Aquatic Killer. So Aquatic is one of the rare ones for sure. You can get Aquan Eater Sense from Catastrophe, the advanced version. As far as annoying trials go, Catastrophe is one of them, just because it does include a lot of nasty stuff. But if you can't beat Catastrophe, you could just go ahead and beat Octomammoth, which is really, really easy by comparison, and you know, farm up your Aquatic Killer. You can also just get Aquan Killer from Ollie using friend points. So it's a really, really easy way to get lots of Aquatic Killer. Soldier's Protection from a 3-star unit also gives you Aquatic Killer. Hyomanto and Noreen's Trance Saver from Irwin and Noreen also give you Aquatic Killer. But honestly, Aquan Killer from Ollie is a better, easier way to do that, because friend points are a dime a dozen, and you can just like get as many Ollies as you want. So there you go. And on top of Aquatic, we also need Beast. So we're gonna scroll down here and get to Beast. Here it is. Beast Killer Plus from Scorn of Aemon, really, really easy to grab. Rafflesia, if you can beat Rafflesia, gets you Beast Eater Sense, and you could also kill Cerberus for Beast Killer Plus. Valued Memories from Irvin is 100%. Also Vortex of the Past and Hatred, Infernal Battle Garb, Beast Killer from the Aurora Keys. So lots and lots of ways to get Beast Killer. This is again a very common one, but an important one. You know, you could also level up your Ifrit Esper to get Beast Killer. And if you didn't know, Bahamut also has all the killers at 50%. So that's nice. And yeah, get you some Beast Killer. We still have Reaper, so you still got to go get Reaper Killer, right? So you got to go get Undead Killer Plus from Doulahan Advanced, Undead Killer from Doulahan, Reaper Eater Sense from the Stroper, one of the easiest 12 types trials we have, Conquering the Fear of Spirits, Stardust Rod, Ancient Sword, Onion Knight's Mission, Blackblade Princess, Fatal Chrysanthemum, lots and lots of ways to get Reaper Killer. Reaper's really common, and this is by no means extensive. These are just ones that are really easy to grab from either 5-star units, you know, or common old school Neovisions units and trials. That's kind of our main focus. So lots and lots of stuff: machine, demon, human, plant, insect, avian, aquatic, beast, reaper. 9 different races that we need to prepare for if you want to cram everything into 1 week. But if you don't, and you don't want to get all that done at once, just focus on machine. Machine is like the one piece of really time limited stuff that we have going on this week, which is the Final Fantasy 13 farming event. So yeah, there you go. Machine Killer, your main focus for the week. Now I'm going ahead and putting this video out early. I'm still going to live stream this, so if you want to be a part of the conversation and come over on Twitch and join us for the live stream, which is going to be in about an hour and 20 minutes. That'll be fun. I'd love to have you there. We have a good time chit-chatting and talking about like the upcoming content, the upcoming events, sometimes doing like some playthroughs. I still haven't gotten rank 1 in Clash of Wills, so I might play Clash of Wills and just kind of see how it goes. There's a piece of me that's kind of waiting for Lightning to be EX2 because I really want to use her to do my clear. And I should get EX2 Lightning. Could get EX2 Lightning tomorrow. I'm 2 fragments away. So we'll see. Maybe do Clash of Wills tonight, maybe not. But either way, it's a fun time over on Twitch. Like I said, starting in about an hour and 20 minutes from now. But lots and lots of content this week. And so we'll be doing this live here tonight. And we'll be doing this live on Thursday as well. At least some of the content. I don't know if we'll focus on like the Sealed Tower or like Sheraton, the new fight for Sheraton, or what. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but we'll see. We'll definitely be doing something Thursday night like usual. All dependent on you know, a couple of factors here. You know, we'll see. But look forward to seeing you guys there, and we'll have some fun on Thursday night over on Twitch. So for now, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna get out of here and kind of go do a couple things before my stream, and I'll see you guys over there in a little bit. But go get you all 9 of those killers, all right? Have a good one.